What's going on, YouTube? So today I wanted to talk about, I've been feeling really not isolated, but it's kind of just been more so growing to be someone better than who I am today. And I think that's the whole point of this channel. Every day we got to be better than who we were yesterday. And that's been my MO for the whole year so far, before I started making these like consistent videos. Recently I've been feeling isolated, and I voiced this to one of my friends recently, and that I also think that all my friends are on the same page, where we're focused on our careers, we're focused on our future, and we have our own lives to live. And it's very difficult to keep up with the relations we've built, even if they've been friendships for friendships you've had since childhood. I could appreciate every single one of my friends right now. Like, I appreciate all of them, and I see the growth we've all went through. Like, they've seen the growth with me. There's been a lot that has happened, and now I'm noticing that at my age, I'm 25. We're all entering the mid-20s, and it's kind of it's a little scary, but it's not, because it's like, this is how life works, and we have goals, and right now is the best time to really figure out what we want to do, even if it's like, it's hard, because we're at a point where it's like, we can't fuck up, but we still have time to fuck up. You know what I mean? And we stress ourselves out because if we have such a like limited use of these mess ups, because we don't want to be 30 and then have there be like, like, damn, we wasted our 20s. Like, I don't want to go through that. I don't want to ever have that mentality, and I don't want to ever have that feeling of regret by the time I hit that age. So I feel that now, and I stress myself out about that now, thinking like, damn, I should have done this sooner. But you can't do that to yourself. You can't, live in regret. And I don't regret anything that I've done, or anything that has gotten me to where I am right now. But yeah, as of recently, I've been trying to I want to get back into feeling like I have a social life. At the same time, I want to stay disciplined with the lifestyle I live right now. And there'd be times when I would think isolating myself would be beneficiary for me, when it's not. Like being trapped in the house. Like, you can't, anybody, if you ask them, like staying in the house can make you go crazy. And I believe that there have been times where I would make I would only leave the house if there were obligations for me to leave the house. Like, oh, I had to go to work. Oh, I got to go to the gym. Like, no, like, it shouldn't be that. You should leave the house and create yourself a reason to leave the house. So I don't want to make these videos in my house. I'd rather make them outside. So I believe that, taking yourself out of a comfort zone and putting yourself in places will help you out a lot in life. But it's not good to isolate yourself. Sometimes it is, if you really need to, like, take a step back from life, take a break, but not for a prolonged amount of time. And I think that's what I've done. I've created this, I've been living the work life and going to work every day and not giving myself time to enjoy what's really around us. Like, we're here to, not be trapped and not be stuck in the house. And even the car could be a comfort zone for people, and like they will use the car to just not only get around, but like as like a shield, and I'm only in the car right now because it's super windy outside. But Otherwise, I'd be making this outside. But I guess the whole point of this is just to, you know, be better than who you were yesterday. And you're not alone, even if you feel alone. And in those times you are alone, think of it as you being dependent on yourself and independent and not relying on people. You know, even like your friends, like you can't rely on your friends for everything, but they will be there if they're really good friends. And I guess another part of this, I don't want to say too much now, but the video's already long enough. Cut out toxic people from your life. I don't think I have anybody around me right now that's toxic, but they will stress you out. There are people that will create a toxic life for you, or like make you think that what you're doing isn't, you know, the right thing, or that you need to do more. And sometimes like you yourself can make yourself feel that way, but a lot of other people will make you feel that way too. If they don't think of themselves of doing enough, they will throw it on other people. But right now I don't think I have anybody toxic around me, you know. I try to limit myself being around toxic environments too. Sometimes it's hard because people live in toxic home lives. Like their home life could be toxic, and it's hard to deal with that, but you could always make something positive out of your circumstances. So if you do live a toxic home life, you don't need a car to get around. You could just walk out the house. Like you could just go for a walk, go for a bike ride, drive somewhere if you do have a car. But yeah, that's another big thing, you know, getting rid of toxic people, and, you know, trying to clear your mind and be with the people that you're supposed to. And I'm sure, like, I've seen there have been people that have said this, that the life you create for yourself, you will attract it. And I believe that. So if you want, and whatever you throw in the universe will come right back for you. So if you don't want to be around toxic people, sometimes you yourself might have to change that. Like you might have toxic habits. You might have a toxic, you know, mindset. That stuff needs to change, and it can change. You know, it's not going to change. Things don't change overnight, but I believe there have been times I've had that for myself, and as of recently, I've been trying to dial out of that mentality and snap into something more constructive, snap into something that'll be beneficial for others. You can't inspire people if you're not inspirational or if you don't have the mentality to want to inspire. But that's all for today. That's all I want to focus on, is just, you know, you're not alone. Focus on believing that when you do feel alone, you are independent and you can get things done yourself. Keep the good people around you that are, you know, like, it's hard to maintain these relationships, but the good friends you have, you will know who they are. And, you know, there's kids playing tennis right now, but I don't want to be distracted. But stay away from toxic people. And if there are people that you can't, like, it's hard to avoid, just shut it down. It's easier said than done, but shut it down and, you know, think lightly of it. Think lightly of where you're going to, you know, think lightly of the situation. That's all. That's all I have to say. So, independence and getting rid of toxic people. I'll see you guys in the next video.